Hey, it's Kimberly Smith Austin here, and I want to welcome you back to another episode of the Made to Inspire podcast. I am here today with my awesome and amazing co host, Misty Kerrigan. Hey, Misty.
Hey, Kimberly, I love the earrings for those of you watching us on video.
Thank
Very
you.
cute. And for those of you not, check out our videos. So, we have a very exciting topic today that could take your business beyond that next level, would you say?
Absolutely.
We got a little chatty about this and decided why not bring it to you guys. Some of the things you might be familiar with, but even I was learning a few things today, and we wanted to share with you because anything that's going to help your business, oh my gosh, we're excited for because we're going to use it to help ours. So let's journey together.
Absolutely. Now, some of you probably already heard all the talk about AI. AI, which stands for artificial intelligence. But right now, everywhere on social media, in the newspaper, yes, people still read newspapers, online, in your emails, you are hearing everything about AI. And so today we thought we'd bring you a resource, a tool, something that you can use to help you take your business to the next level. Now, you may have already started exploring, looking at, or heard, but today's show is designed to really give you an inside look at AI and how it can help you and your business grow. So, we're going to do some talking, Misty, and just looking at what's out there on the marketplace, and then give you 3 action steps to get you in motion. So, let's go ahead and get started.
Well, a great conversation topic would be who here, right? Who writes content? Are you writing your trainings, or writing your marketing, are you writing your blogs, are you writing your social media? For us on the podcast, we write up posts, we write up the summaries, and it turns out there's a tool that'll help you write content in seconds.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That
And
sounds crazy.
that's like hands
Crazy.
up applause. And
That
I'm
takes
going to
hours to seconds.
absolutely a 1 hour blog can now be done in about 5 to 6 seconds, depending on how you tell the artificial intelligence tool how to operate. So
Mm.
now here's the truth. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of conversation, but also a lot of controversy about
Ooh.
artificial intelligence. Now, here's the truth. We've been using it for years. We know the government has been using artificial intelligence. In fact, we always say big brother, big sister. When you think about things like Siri or Google, or what's the one at home that people say, what's the name? The one at home. What's the
Oh,
one?
Alexa.
Alexa. All these tools are driven on the AI platform.
Oh, that's
And
so true. That's
now,
so funny.
that's right. And now we're looking at how to integrate them into our businesses. So let me tell you this 2 things. Number one, now is the time. Now is the time to look at AI and how to use it. If you are not currently using it, I will say that you're not quite behind times, but guess what? Everyone is starting to get on board. You know, the universities are talking about the concern with students utilizing it, possibility of plagiarism, and the lack of participation on their side. But on the other side, corporations are saying, hey, let's use this tool so we can double up, we can 10x our efforts and produce quality content for our audience, for our employee, and our staff. Now,
Mm.
AI can be simple, yes, but it also can be complicated. It does not work on its own. It needs you, Misty, and the rest of the world on the back end feeding it to bring you a response that will help you produce what you need.
Mm.
This is exciting.
So I love there's so much to even look at there, which I could appreciate is there's aspects we're using we might not even know we're using it. Right?
Absolutely.
Like when I ask a stupid question to Google, or even the Alexa play a song, right? She goes through the and then finds it. So
That's
now
right.
just how I say Alexa play a song, a specific song, right? Now AI is getting smarter where I could say like Alexa play something that'll help me have some energy,
Absolutely.
right? But now I could take it to that next level, and I could go to we'll give you the sites in a minute, but I could go to literally a site and say, what are some things I could do in the moment to get energy?
That's right. That's
And
right.
it'll just start spitting out some of the top things that is out there that I could do.
Yes. 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 And I know if you're not excited, now you should be excited
I'm
because
super excited.
everything that we do, and again, it's been in play for years, we just
It's
didn't
Google.
realize it. But now it's up on the horizon and people are talking about it. And again, there's some people who are resisting. And we know that people who resist technology always end up in the backside. So my quest
Mm.
or our concern and our desire, our push to you today is don't get left behind. Don't get left
Oh
behind.
my gosh.
Look at how AI can help you transform your business. And as Missy said at the beginning,
And
it's everything from a post to a sales page to a building a landing page to fixing your pictures. You can put a distorted picture up on an AI app and it'll change it to a fully visible picture. So there's so many capabilities and things that you can use to transform your world. And AI is here. Not only is it here, but it's here to stay. And the question is, will you jump
so,
on board?
but you're already on board without even knowing it. Because when we first started, and we started this conversation before the show, it was really like you said, if I were to ask Google, I would say Google, best ways to have energy. 20 sites would come up. I would probably read 10 of them, right?
Yep.
Then pick out the 7 things I want out of the 10 sites, see which ones were coming up the most, right? Move those over. And that usually takes about like what, 20 minutes to really get some good content, maybe an hour, if you will,
Yep.
right? But now instead of Googling and then researching, I go to this site, ask the same question. It almost like does the Google formula. It just gives me the top answers.
That's right. That's right. So many opportunities. And it's
Right? Like
almost,
books,
yes.
workbooks.
Yes.
Oh my
And
gosh, this
and
is
I love it.
exciting.
You can even tell it, hey, I need a logo for Made to Inspire. Give me some ideas. And what it'll do is to shoot out some ideas on what you can do to create your logo for your company and your brand. So there's nothing that it won't do. It's just a matter of you as the end user pouring in the content. And that's where it's really, really important, where you get specific, you tell it the details, because sometimes it'll push back some data and you want a little bit more. You can say, give me more, and it'll give you more. You'll say, you know what, add a left angle on the second degree and include XYZ. And then boom, it'll add that into it. So, friends,
Mm.
there's so much out here for you. And we're super excited because we know this is a tool that you can use to truly take your business to the next level. So now, Misty, let's talk about some of the apps that are out here. And I know many of you may be familiar, but one of the most popular platforms right now is Chat GPT. CHAT, G as in good, P as in Paul, T as Tom. That is the most popular right now. Everyone is logging in. And right now, it is a free platform. It's an open AI, if you will. And what you'll find is that
Mm.
sometimes it's crowded because there's a whole bunch of people around the world trying to utilize it and get some outputs. So you may have to go back in and come back out. But it is the most popular platform right now. It is currently in a free stage, but they are currently testing paid. Right now, they're looking at a $20 a month paid subscription. And it may not stay there, but that's what they're testing, piloting with some various people to determine what their
So
final
smart.
price point is. But GPT can do a lot of things for you. Again, there's been some talk about there's some biases inside the app, right? The voice behind it. And those are things you have to look at and determine how do you want to utilize it? Is this your voice? Because everything that you create, you want to come back and tweak with your voice so that your audience, your prospects hear your voice and not just the AI's voice. That's the
Mm.
personalization and the customization of the app.
I love how you talked about the customization because I know saving time on Canva, right? Canva's got this amazing things where it has templates.
Mhm.
And yeah, if I look at a template, and if you're on Canva a lot, you could tell that people, when they use the template and don't put their voice into it, if you will, or their brand or their sort of style. So you
Mhm.
could still take something that has a foundation and put your DNA in it and create that new thing with that combination. So even if you don't just copy and paste it over, you still have that opportunity to make it yours.
That's
And you
right.
have more
That's
time
right.
to do that because you're not researching all the stuff because it's right there in front of you.
That's right. And speaking of Canva, that's a great one. Canva has a new AI tool integrated into it now, and many people don't even know. You could tell Canva, give me a red piano with a panda bear. and now it can produce a picture taking those keywords. That's a new feature they introduced, I want to say, at the end of last year at one of their conferences. They rolled it out and said, hey, let's
Oh my
try
God.
this AI out so we can get pictures produced for people that are creating digital visual products. So there you have it.
And we've
Another
been paid
tool.
members of Canva for years.
That's right. People are using these tools and we just don't know we have access to it.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know my favorite one, right? The one that you gave to me to use because when I write, and it's a game changer. It's a lifesaver. Wish I had it when I was in college. But my favorite AI tool is Grammarly that you have
Yes,
found.
yes. Grammarly is excellent because, as you said, Misty, when you're challenged with writing, maybe even spelling, Grammarly will pop in, give you some autocorrects, help you decide. Now, here's a great thing, it doesn't make you. It says, hey, here's a better opportunity. Here's a better way to say that. Here's the correct way to spell it. It will guide you and help you determine how to create that best document. Now, here's the truth, the free version of Grammarly is pretty robust, but
Mm,
imagine what it would be like for the paid version. The paid version is whole next level, next scale. It goes into greater detail. Again, it can help you write curriculum, write programming, write plans at the
yes.
next level. So it's most people are being introduced to Grammarly, a lot of the kids in the educational system, but now they're saying, okay, try our paid version and get even more. So AI at its best, right there. We just gave you Chat GPT, Canva and Grammarly are using that. AI,
And
it's the
it's
future.
an investment. I think you nailed it. Is say you're starting out, you don't have a big budget. There's some free versions of stuff. Get started, and the more you get started, the more you'll be able to be more familiar with it. But then you're more familiar with it, and you start making more income. These greater tools, if you become members of here's the monthly, or I know for Canva we do yearly. It really is. There's opens up more, and usually more saves more time. And I think we talk about this in a lot of episodes, is your most valuable commodity is your time.
Absolutely.
And my new favorite thing to say is you got to stay in your zone of genius because you didn't start your business to Facebook post.
Right.
So if you're spending less time doing the things that's not your zone, you could stay in your zone more.
That's right. That's right. And think about how to utilize AI to even help you get some of those things that have been heart wrenching, time consuming for you out of the
Yes.
way. You may be able to not only save time, but you're saving money because maybe you don't need to invest in some of those FTEs, full time employees, or resources. We still need it because we want to delegate, but there's some things that maybe you can resource out through
Hmm.
artificial intelligence. So this truly is a game changer, friends. And that's why we wanted to bring it to you today, show. And I'll tell you, there's so much more out there. Jasper AI is another huge AI tool, but there's a list. And in our show notes, we will provide you the ones that we've talked about on the show and a couple others that you can look at. But here's what we want you to do. We want you to take these 3 steps to really get started. Number one, research. Research, because as we said, there's a lot of AI tools out here, and many of them have different functionality. Yes, some are designed
Hmm.
just to write content. Some are designed for pictures. Some are designed for writing. Some are designed for picture creation. So AI has stepped in into so many different categories. And when you look at it that way, look at what your organizational needs are, number one, and then research and see what AI tool can help you best fit those needs. That is your number one task because I think when you know, you then can move forward in the next direction.
Right, take the time. Just take some time, sit out. And I love how you said that because a lot of times we don't like starting things new and because the things are overwhelming. But you don't make it overwhelming by just Googling, right? Getting out there and seeing, okay, some of the stuff they talked about is interesting and may help. Where do I start? So
Yes,
finding out what tools are out there,
that's
which
it.
is after that is step number two is use it, play with it. Start with the free version.
That's right.
Did
That's
practice
right.
it. The nice part about some of the AI, especially with Grammarly, is once you get it, it just jumps on to the things you allow to jump onto. Like Grammarly's, we use it in Canva. I use it in Word. I use it in my emails. So I add the things too, and then I just added more and more. When they're like, "Oh, Grammarly is now available here," I'm like, "Yes, it is," and move it over. So just getting to play around with it and becoming more familiar with it, and you could probably do that for zero or low cost.
Yeah. And a lot of them have a 5,000 word count or 10,000 word count. Like I know Jasper has a 10,000 word count where you can try out, get 10,000 free words for whatever format you want, and then make a decision as do I want to go to the paid version or not? Or is this the right tool for me? And that's why the research and plan around really matters. And then the last step is guess what? Put it into play, implement it into your organization. Because we know it's one thing to play around with something, it's another thing to implement it and put it into action. Watch the change in the timelines in your organization. Watch the change in your revenues. Watch the change in your ability to produce more in your organization by simply the integration and implementation of AI. We assure you it's going to be a game changer. And in fact, Misty, I
Mm.
know our show notes today, we're probably going to play around with it and use it to
We're
create
gonna
the show
do some
notes for
AI with
today.
them. We'll see if we can see a difference.
That's right. That's right.
I'm gonna time it too. So that normally it takes me an hour, and let's see with this AI if that cuts down any of the show notes time.
I wish I can take it to do the
So
cutting of
excited.
the podcast. And I know there are AI tools where you can use to cut your podcast recording, your all this different stuff. We just haven't stepped into them yet. But there's something really out there that can help you change the game of your business. So we want to challenge you. We want to encourage you. We want to invite you to step into the great world of AI and watch your world change. As we say here every week, there's something out here waiting for you.
Now go get it.